Welcome back, survivors! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Kaycee's mod of Inscryption. So, we've only got the Prospector boss fight left of this area, and then it'll be possibly on to Elegy, but I don't think we're sitting all that well when it comes to, like, how we're doing. We only have 1 life, so we won't get the smoke this fight. I don't have any items. And, yeah, they're going to have that, which is going to be problematic for us. Gold! I can smell it! Okay, so what can we do here? Well, shoot. Actually, I can buy myself a little bit of time, I think. Like, yeah, the mole's going to be able to come down and block a few hits. And that's really good there. So you know what? I'm going to end another turn. So we're going to do... Oh, shoot. No, okay. I thought I screwed that up, but no. Direwolf right here. That right there. Let this play out. So that'll take care of both of those. That gives me a hand of cards. Dang, nabbit. Yeah, that hurt a lot, but... Actually, I think... Okay, let me draw a card. I think I can do... the bat here. And with that, I think that's 10 damage total, which will... Okay, yeah, it flips it over. There's gold in them cards. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, that hurt. Struck gold. Okay, let's see. I don't have anything that does 2 right off the bat, so I've got to... And turn... Eat 'em. Oh, I don't think I... Yeah, I had nothing I could do. I'm kind of... There is something you can do. It's kind of cheap. I'm going to try it. If we go back to start screen, we can try the fight again, but truth be told, I don't know if we'll have much change in circumstances for it, because I think it's pretty hard-coded to... You're always going to get the same draw and everything as it happens. I just want to see... Yeah, it does take you right back here to before the fight. All this happens as it does. Golden... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, see, exact same draw, so... I wonder if maybe what I should have done instead... was try to get this out to start with. Oh, actually, that worked out really well. Why do you have 3? Is it because of all the cards I played before the turn ended? You know what? I'm not going to complain, because that actually helps me out a lot. So now I can do that. Let that hit. I can draw a card. There's the direwolf. I think I kind of actually want to let that go through. Yeah, that'll do that. That's okay, because I can actually really work with that. I thought I could. Maybe I couldn't. And I can try that there like that. That gets me all those. A mule, curse you! Okay, phase change. I only get the 1 card made gold. Gold struck gold. Bloodhound has... Okay. Oh, God, I gotta think here. So my thinking is maybe Bloodhound here to take care of that. I put the bat there to absorb a little bit. That's all I can do for now. Eat 'em. God, what I really need is that cat. And of course, that's exactly what I'm not going to get. Because that's 3, 6, 7, no, 8. Shoot. I want to try, again, I'm going to try this a couple of times. I think, though, everything I'm doing is going to end badly here. Like, it kind of makes me wish that it wasn't such a, you get the exact same things every time. Twas Prospector, hee-ha, yada-da-da-da. Yeah, this is all the same as it was. Because I think that's the best move. That takes care of one of the wolves there. I can end the turn. That moves there. I'll put a squirrel down for now. Okay, and then if I do this... Now, if I draw another card, that's a moose buck. There's all those drawn. My mule and her pack. Okay. What can I do here? I wonder if I should be trying instead of... I could put that there to deal with that. I can put the bat here to deal with something. Oh, the biggest problem is I need that stupid cat that has so many good effects to it, but the thing is, it's not showing up anywhere. Yeah, I gotta end it. Ah! That's the problem, is that you can get so screwed. You almost have to have as few cards as possible, but have it a consistent draw every time. Like, if I could have gotten that cat, which was so powerful, it would have been no problem. But there was nothing I could have done to have gotten it. I would have had to keep trying to, like, throw out more cards, but... it's frustrating sometimes, it really is. You can get so far, it all just is for naught, though. So yeah, I think the best decks so far are probably the Big Blood and the Mantis God deck. The Waterborne, I think, would be really difficult to work with. You also do have the option of just, like, a random deck, if you roll the dice. And then you can't randomize what you'll get here. You have to pick those yourself, but yeah, I feel like the worst ones to... Well, you can see the challenge points kind of relate, like, how bad they become. I can't remember if I had any more difficulties picked or not. I don't think so. And it just goes to show, like, how difficult it gets to be. I don't think I would have survived for long with the old totem battles. It doesn't apply to the boss battles, but as you can see, as we were going through, there were certain fights where I was just lucky to scrape by and get the full damage we needed. I think... But yeah, it's just some of these are so hard to deal with. Like, even the tip scales, it doesn't sound like it would be a lot. Start all battles with 1 damage on your side, but when you get to the last map, you are in for a rough time. Because you get things like the Moose Bucks coming down first turn, the Ravens, all kinds of stuff that just becomes so problematic to deal with. The only thing I probably should have done when it came to using the Blood deck was maybe not trying to go for, like, some long game thinking. Like, not pick anything up besides, like, say, the Mole as the 1-bloods. Anything else I picked up probably diluted the deck and made it so that I wouldn't be able to consistently draw what I needed to survive there. I don't think I'm going to start another run because, again, I think a couple of weeks of Kaycee's mod would be kind of enough just to go through it, show off what it's like. I was hoping we could have gotten another one done, but I still think we didn't do too bad this past one. Like, the waterborne one, I absolutely flopped and was terrible with. And that one, I don't know how you would work it to be better with it. It's like the Kingfishers, as I talked about before, with them submerging and flying, they're not really going to be interacting with the board that much. So it's basically 2 damage that you can't really make go anywhere else but straight to the enemy. And the Kraken that transforms into a tentacle, you don't really know which version of it you'll get after the first turn. If it's a mirror one and it's going up against a creature with 0 attack, it basically just becomes sacrifice fodder. It's nothing. You might get lucky and it'll be the one that'll go off of what you have drawn in your hand, or like how many cards are in your hand. But the thing is, with just starting out, it's never going to be a high amount of cards. In fact, unless you get a totem to help you out, I don't think you're ever really going to have a really big hand of cards to even rely on that with. So yeah, I think the Waterborne so far is the weakest of the decks I've seen. There are the 3 others I'd have to try to unlock. I think one of them is actually a bone deck, where it's like, you start with maybe the coyote, I think a raccoon, and something else. I might be mistaken. I know there's a deck that I think uses bones. I'm not sure what the other 2 could be. It's hard to say, but overall, we at least got to show off a few decks, tried out a few runs. Didn't go to the greatest of effects or that, but at least it was something. I can also show you guys some of the cards that we haven't seen in the series yet. Like the Cuckoo, we saw its ability, which can sometimes come in handy, but I think it almost has to be paired with a flying, so that way that egg never breaks. We saw the Direwolf can be very powerful of a card, but it also can be circumstantial too, of where it goes and what you do with it. The Direwolf Pup, it is 2 blood that becomes that. Oh, and also, it generates 1 bone for you. I didn't realize that. Flying Ant, just an ant with flying, gives you an ant card. No, it doesn't give you an ant card, sorry. It's affected by other ant cards. The Mealworm, it is 2 bones. That would have been an interesting one to play around with, but you can only put, I think, like, it's a sigil on one's card without a sigil. Again, my thinking was I could have stacked the sigils of, like, say, the Cat's Sacrifice on top of that 1 mole that had the 3 blood per sacrifice, but you can't go quite that broken with things. The Mud Turtle, it has basically a shield to absorb the first bit of damage. The Wild Bull, that one's a bit of a weird one, I think, to work with, because it basically replaces the card to its right or left and moves the card where it was. It's kind of a weird one to describe. We never really got to put the Wolverine into action. I think 5 bones is pretty high to try to get it out with, but the Sigil could be put on something else for much greater effect. And then lastly is the Mole Man? Technically, I don't have a way to actually show you guys what the card is, but I can't remember if we had it show up when I was playing. The card it actually is called the Izurak, and it's basically a 4 attack, 1 health card, but its sigil means nothing can attack it. That doesn't mean it can't be killed. If it attacks a creature that has, like, say, spike damage, or I was going to say also maybe like the Mantis or Bifurcated Strike, but I don't know for sure now, because technically it can't be attacked, but the Bifurcated would be an attack. So I don't know, but there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other cards I hadn't unlocked yet. Starter decks we kind of saw there. And challenges, again, there are 3 more, well, at least 3 more here. But yeah, Kaycee's mod, it'll definitely test your thinking and strategies for Inscryption. Once you do get to these higher levels, I think you will slow down and have to try a number of things out. Or really really come up with a master plan of how to make sure the deck's consistent. I think that's the bigger thing more so than trying to go for, like, say, as I was doing, all these big blood cards. I was kind of on the right trail with having, like, the draw the mole with the 3 blood sacrifice to it to start, but I diluted the pool and it really screwed me over in the end. Again, interesting game. There's a lot of fun to have with it. Once you do beat the base story, you do have options for trying Kaycee's mod to come out with, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy Inscryption. I really like bringing it to you on the channel, and I did like having Kaycee's mod to follow up with it. Overall, though, we will end the series right here. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. If you did like the videos, be sure to give them a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave comments right down below. And until I do see you in the next series or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.